a quality that resides within most or every cricketer's heart, or any sportsman's heart, regardless of what sport you're playing, whether that be football, rugby, tennis. And a quality of a leader, um, quality of a leader is to not only lead a team, but also be supportive and friendly around your team members, so they can feel safe around you or comfortable speaking to you about topics that they may not feel comfortable or safe speaking with others, whether that be something personal or professional. um, um, what do you call it? Leadership, it should be seen in everyone, as the, you could be able to speak to your captain or your coach about something that you're struggling with, or something that you need help with, and they could help you lead and find a solution out of it in somehow. For example, let's say you're struggling in bowling or you're struggling in batting, you can't play that specific shot, you can't bowl a specific ball. The coaches or the captain would give you motivation and lead you to bowl properly, or bowl the way you wanted to bowl, or bat the shot, or hit the shot that you wanted to hit, play. As you know, they kind of lead you. And leading doesn't always have to be verbal or physical, but you can mentally lead someone, whether that be through calming them down, helping them, telling your own brain, saying, okay, I'm gonna do this, okay, I'm gonna do that. And from then on, speaking, or from then on acting upon what your thought process was. So that is one kind of thing. Teamwork is another quality that every cricketer needs. um, if without a team, most sports aren't won, or like they say, most battles aren't won without a team. For example, in cricketing, it's every ball that matters, every shot matters, every run matters, which is why you play as a team. Even if you're a bowler, you need to bat, because every run matters. Even if you're not a bowler, or even if you're not a bowler but you're a batsman, you need to be fielding, because you need to stop those runs. So everyone plays their own role or part in within this game. And the one thing about teamwork is that you have to keep your own personal grudges and personal problems within. If you have any personal problems within the team members or grudges, you have to keep them aside and play as a team. You're representing your team. You can't let your team down, basically. Similar, let's say you're playing for your country, you can't let your country down just because of your own little personal ego or personal problem that is going on. So you have to set all those worries, all those issues, all those constraints aside, and just focus on the game itself, and don't see each other as enemies, rather friends. Because of that, you'll have a good relation, and once you have a good relation, that's when the teamwork and the trust falls apart. Falls in, and that hence why you could go ahead and accomplish many of the things that need to be done through, you know, teamwork. And it's also about celebrating every moment, every run, every wicket with your team, regardless of if you made any runs or not, regardless if you didn't really put that effort in, which you should be doing. But even if you haven't put the effort in or haven't given your part of it, you still have to celebrate every wicket or run as what it is. You have to make the teammates feel, you have to appreciate them in one way or another. So you could do that through clapping, telling them well done, even if it's just a little pat on the back. It will make them feel that, yeah, I've done something, I've accomplished something, my team is proud of me. And every individual of the team, has to celebrate and congratulate each other, whether that be a loss or a win. If it's a loss, speak together as a team. Yeah, don't blame a one person saying, "Oh, we lost because of him. Oh, we lost because of that." Even if you have, tell them, be okay. Be like, okay, we did lose because of you, but okay, it's okay because we will improve on this, or we will work on this in the upcoming fourth games or series or cups or whatever tournament you're playing or match you're playing. But what it is, if there's no teamwork, if you sideline a player, ignoring him, not having any communication, any means of communication again with that specific player, he's going to feel lonely and isolated and not part of a team. And if he doesn't feel part of a team, how is the teamwork going to be? How is the teamwork going to play in part of that? Because he's going to be like, I feel secluded, I feel isolated, so this is not really my team, so why should I put my effort in this team if this team doesn't respect me, or if this team doesn't treat me the way I want to be treated? So you have to, treat them respectfully, equally, and have a little fun, have a little joke, have a little laugh. That's all. But don't go to the extent of isolating them, making them feel like they're not wanted, because that's not what cricket is about. That's not what any sport is about. I don't think that's what any profession is about in this world, because you have to work together as a team. Even let's say you're doing a solo thing, for example, like me doing this radio show here, I still have to work as a team. Whether that could be your own mental team, or you could be people around behind the cameras who are there to help and support you. You still have to work as a team in order to create ideas, in order to succeed, in order to practically do anything part of any sport or any profession. For example, I had to ask my one of the workers here, Wajahat, for some help and tips of what should I speak on, and he did help me with that. So yet again, teamwork plays a part and role in every profession or any situation you're with. Another thing is adaptability. You have to adapt to every situation you're playing in, or every circumstance you're under. For example, let's say you need 20 runs and your team's batting 20 runs in the last over, and there's 2 wickets left. You have to adapt to the situation, whether or not you don't, whether or not you're not, whether or not you're a batsman or not, whether you know how to play or not, you still have to put your 100% effort in. Forget 100, you have to put 1,000% effort in, because you know that ball needs to go over the boundary, and I'll try to make it as much as I possibly can. It's a different story if you get out after that, because at least you put the effort in. At least you tried adapting to play with the game instead of playing with the mindset that you came in. Or for example, let's say that be uh, 20 runs in 3 overs, you play with the mindset, oh, okay, this is the easy win. You play slow and steady. But then over time, over circumstance, under pressure, you have to adapt to the situation. This could be also applied in life. For example, let's say you're you missed the train, you missed the bus, or something's not going right in your life. You're going through some trauma, some depression, some mental health issues. You have to and adapt and survive. That's it. So you have to adapt the situation, understand what the situation is. Be okay. You acknowledge what the situation is now. Now you have to be like, okay, how do I adapt to this? How do I get myself out of this? So you have to you either fight or you stay how you are. If you fight, you overcome this. You'll overcome the situation, overcome what is, adapt through it. You know, be a have a better solution for it. Find a better way to succeed for it. If you understand what I mean, kind of. Um, and the other one was stay where you are. If you stay where you are, it's just gonna get worse and worse. Your mind's gonna be thinking worse. Or uh, your whole mental levels will shut down, everything will shut down, even in the game situation. If you think, oh, I won't be able to hit over the boundary, oh, I won't be able to do this, I won't be able to do that, your mind will tell you that, yeah, you won't be able to do it, there's no point in trying, whatever. But you have to adapt, regardless of what it is. If you're scared of hardball, you have to adapt to it, because eventually one day there's going to be a time where you're going to be playing hardball. If you want to play cricket, you have to adapt to learn to play with hardball. Same thing with any sport. Football, if you're scared of the football, if you're scared of a person running towards at you, you have to adapt to it, because that's how the game is. Even in rugby, if you're scared of tackles, you have to adapt to it, because that's how the game is built. And even life situations, let's say you miss a bus. Okay, instead of thinking, oh no, what's gonna happen, I missed my bus, whatever, think of a positive solution out of it. Adapt to the situation. Okay, I missed this bus, it will be all right, I'll get the next bus, or I'll find another mode or mean of transport to get to this place I want to be, if there was a shortage of time. For example, again here, um I wasn't able to grasp any guest last minute, and I was kind of stressed, but I had to still adapt to it. And here I still am doing this show on my own. I have to adapt to it, regardless of the situation is. Like to say, the show must go on, and it has to. The game must go on. The show must go on. You still have to move ahead in life. If something doesn't work out, fine, it's right. If it doesn't work out, try working on it. If it still doesn't work, try working on it. If it doesn't work, I'm not saying give up. What I'm saying is, if you know it will never work, then try something else, adapt, change your career path. For example, for me, I tried doing cricket, I kept on trying, kept on trying, kept on trying. And when I knew to the point that, yeah, okay, I can't do this anymore, then I was like, okay, I need to adapt to the situation, understand, acknowledge what it is. I won't be able to do cricket because of um, whatever reason it is. And then I had to change my career path, change my route into media. And, here I am now. And for example, you can say that with many other things, whether that be relationships, whether that be, anything. You have to just adapt to it and move on. So I reckon in cricket, not only in sport and life, adaptability is quite one of the top five, if you say, or not even top five, I say top two essential elements and topics or themes or goals or keys you must have in life is adaptability. You must have that ability to adapt under whatever circumstances, whatever issues they are. So moving on from adaptability, drive and determination. This can, yet again, all these topics I'm going to speak about, they apply to all means or all aspects of life, whether that be sport or just life in general. So drive and determination, let's break it down. What does drive and determination mean? Drive and determination is when you, this is my own meaning, not the official dictionary meaning. You can still search up the dictionary meaning if you want to at home. However, the drive and determination meaning, in my opinion, is you know, having a clear goal, having a clear aspect of what to do ahead in life, where you want to see yourself in the next 5, 10 years. Yeah, because realistically, you need to have a kind of idea, a goal. But yet again, some people say it works different with people, right? Some people say that, they like the things that are best unplanned, because that's the most interesting, because you get to see where life takes you. For example, mine was pretty unplanned. Like, I didn't really know where I'd end up being. If you asked me 5 years ago, where would I be? I thought I would realistically say I want to be in psychology, or I would want to be in, being a psychiatrist. However, 5 years prior, no, sorry, 5 years now, I'm in a completely different profession. That has nothing to do with that. So, yeah, again, what I mean is drive and determination. You have to have some kind of career idea, goal, thought. For example, I have my ideas as well. I want to go uni. I want to work. I want to provide for my family, for my parents, all of that, and for my brothers. However, not not everything turns out the way you want it to be, because of some decisions, some things in life that change it. It could be for the best, but I reckon it mostly is for the best, but sometimes it could be for the worst. However, yet again, going back to our other topic, you have to adapt to it. You have to make it your best. And so you have to have that drive and determination, saying, if someone says, nah, you won't be able to do it, nah, you won't be able to do it, you have to prove them wrong, saying, I will be able to do it. If nobody's ever done it before, I will be the first one to do it. And, I will change what it is. I'll prove them wrong, because if you if you don't try, if you don't put that drive and determination, and let's say someone says, oh, you can't be a cricketer or you can't be a footballer, and they turn out to be right because you don't put the effort in, then the world's going to laugh at you and be like, yeah, they're right about you, you can't do anything. However, you'd obviously feel bad hearing that, so you're going to be like, nah, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to prove to you that I can do it. So once you say, I'm gonna prove to you I want to do it, then you kind of really be like, yeah, I want to do it. This that. So we coming in our break in a minute or two. So I'll go over the other topics after the break. However, let me just recap of what the topics went to. If you're at home, you can make a little note of this, as this will not only help you in your sports, but also in your life. And this applies to anyone, any age, of any gender, of any religion, as this all applies to every human being on earth. Because all these skills and quality to apply in daily life, not only in cricket. This is not a show only about cricket, but also to show you about about sorry, what do you call it? Not only about cricket, but also about your life skills. So their topics were leadership, teamwork, and adaptability, drive, and determination. I'll repeat that once again so you can make a note of this: leadership, teamwork, adaptability, drive, and determination. These four or five, you can say, elements are quite specific and quite necessary, and I'll be going through 4 more others, which I'll just tell you what they are now. Peak performance, dealing with pressure, success, and maximizing that success. Let me go through that again. Peak performance, pressure, success, and maximizing that success. So these 10 topics we're going to be speaking about today, I want you all to make a note of this and keep this in mind for whatever profession you're doing, whatever you do in life. I reckon these 10 top tips are personally from me that would help you and or even motivate you just a little, even if it's a little bit. It is still helping you in some way or another, instead of you not noting these down and not remembering them, and going through one ear out the other. So write this in a place that you look every day, whether that be your diary, like actual diary, or even in your phone notes, so that you have these topics, and if you still want to learn a bit more, please don't hesitate to contact Inspire FM, or at the end of the show I'll also leave my personal number, so you can speak to me about any of these topics. But I'll be honest, I don't reckon there's probably a need. You can research online about these topics and listen to stories and podcasts. I know a lot of you might not do this, but Spotify, you might be listening to music on the streets or not. However, I would recommend you listen to podcasts from scholars to sportsmen to people who you love, your favorite celebrities. You can be listening to their podcasts, and trust me, they will be all speaking about most or more about this. So now we're coming up to a break in a couple of seconds. So I'll see you after the break, and please make sure to note down these topics, and let me know in the next things what your feedback is. Right. All right. Thank you very much.
After the break, continue listening to Inspire FM. Inspire FM.
Inspire 105.1 FM.
Assalamu alaikum, my name's Sabah Chowdhury. I'm a producer and presenter at British Muslim TV. Do check out Women Like Us. We're on Sky 845, and we are there, women changing and leading the narrative surrounding British Muslim women. Please do continue listening to Inspire FM as well on 105.1.
It is narrated that the Prophet ﷺ said, "Fast the day of Ashura, for indeed I anticipate that Allah will forgive the sins of the year before it. This year the day of Ashura will fall on Tuesday, 16th of July. When intending to fast on the day of Ashura, it is recommended to also fast on the 9th or 10th of Muharram." The Prophet ﷺ said that the most excellent fast after fasting in the month of Ramadan is the fast in Allah's month, Muharram. Tune into the Sari and Iftari shows at 3 a.m. and 9 p.m. and learn more about the significance of this sacred month on Inspire FM.
Luton's most luxurious venue for Asian weddings is now bigger and better than ever before. With 2 venues to choose from, Venue Central can provide the ultimate setting for your wedding. 2 huge venues, 1 high standard, right in the centre of Luton. Visit us online today at venuecentral.co.uk or call us now on 01582 451 767. Venue Central, affordable luxury in a central location.
Did you see that guy on TV?
What, that no comment guy?
Yeah, he was sick. What was his name?
I think it was Atiq Malik.
Yeah, Atiq Malik of Liberty Law Solicitors. Atiq Malik heads up the criminal law team at Liberty Law Solicitors, specialising in everything from serious crime down to road traffic offences.
To find out more or for a free telephone consultation, call 01582 459955.
Liberty Law, there when you need us most.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته وبسم الله قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم خيركم من تعلم القرآن وعلمه. That the best of you are those who learn the Quran and teach it.
Calling all local businesses. Are you ready to recruit bright minds, retain dedicated talent, and empower your workforce? Look no further than the University of Bedfordshire. Invest in your company's future with our career-powered degree apprenticeships that offer tailored training and hands-on experience. Our good Ofsted rating and expertise make us your ultimate partner in building a skilled and motivated workforce. Plus, benefit from Sharia-compliant government funding. Visit beds.ac.uk/apprenticeships to learn more. Don't just imagine a brighter future for your business, create it with us.
Since October 2023, Gaza faces unprecedented challenges. Muslim charity dedicated to Gaza for a decade steps up in trying times. Clean water, hot meals, and vital medical aid. Your support can deliver hope. £50 for emergency food, £70 for 20 meals, £150 for clean water, and £200 for essential medical aid. Unite at muslimcharity.org.uk/Gaza or call 03000 111 786.
A late night recipe. Slice some chips and put in the deep fat fryer. Fall asleep in front of the late film.
Wake up. Leave pan on hob and don't attempt to move it. Do not pour water onto oil. Turn hob off if possible and get out of the house. Stay out and call 999. Fire kills. You can prevent it.
From the studios of Inspire FM, the time is now 6:30.
Assalamu alaikum, welcome back after the break. So as we were speaking before the break about leadership, teamwork, adaptability, drive, determination, in this half we're going to be speaking about the other topics that I've been started speaking about. So let's start off with peak performance. So what I mean by peak performance is not only your performance in cricket or in any sport. Let's start off with the sports side first. So peak performance in cricket is giving your 1000% in, trying to, so let's say your first game goes a little wrong, whether that be in cricket or football or rugby or tennis, whatever it may be, it goes wrong. Okay, so then the second game is a little better. Third game, it gets better, but not quite not the best of your ability. You need to get that peak performance. You need to get the best out of you on there. That could be through physical training, mental training, or even, emotional training. All these things apply to sport. Physical training, going out, practicing, bowling in your back garden, batting in your backyard garden. You can even put a sock ball, in your room and keep playing, keep practicing. And whether that be tennis, I'm not really quite sure about tennis or but football, you can have a football at your home, kick it up and down, dribble around your garden. That's another thing. Put some cones out, dribble around the cones, I'm not really sure about football, but cricket is a sport I'm associated with, so hence why I'll be speaking about cricket. However, there's many other drills you can find online on cricket that you could use to practice. And once you practice with them, with these skills or whatever it is, right? From that on, you can make mental notes. You can make notes on notepads, paper, stick them in your room, stick them on your wall, be like, okay, I need to work on this, I need to work on that. And through that, you use them abilities, them practices, them drills to get your peak performance out of you, to get the very best out of you. Some people are born with the talent, no doubt, that is brilliant. But sometimes you need to create the talent within you. You need to bring the talent out, because I'll be honest, I feel like talent resides in everyone's heart, but it depends on what you put that talent towards. Whether that be you like to do cooking, you like sports, you like studying, whatever it may be. I like presenting, or I like to be on camera, or whatever it may be. You need to put out your best out there. You need to keep all that talent in and let it out on what you're doing. For example, if you're in sport, let it out on the way you play. If you're like anger, all this out, let it out on your batting. But you have to still think with a clear head, with a cool headed. Don't be hot headed. Keep cool, and let all that frustration, let everything out on your cricket, and that will give you your peak performance as you are touching elements, touching energy, touching, not temperatures. What's that word? I think you kind of understand what I mean by this, but you're touching that element, you're touching that key level of area, you're touching that area, that is it. You're touching that area that you didn't know you could touch before. You didn't know that you could, be that best. So once you reach the area, go more further, keep going, keep pushing yourself so you can be the best of your ability. Because right now you're probably thinking that, yeah, I'm at the best of my ability, I can't go any further. Trust me, you can go further. You can go a lot further than you already are. Whether that be in cricket, in sport, in studying, you get in good results. You get in, let's say, you're getting your GCSEs, like in your mocks, you're getting six exams. You're like, yeah, that's the best I can do. I reckon if everyone pushes themselves to the best of their ability, you definitely can get a 9. Anyone can get a 9, yeah. But it's all about dedication. It's all about how much you peak your performance. Yeah, in football, if you get many passes, you get 20 passes. I'm not really sure about football stats, but like your goals, your saves, your passes, yeah, you could probably do double, triple, quadruple of them than what you're doing now if you put more and more effort in each time you play. Yeah, I'm not saying put it all in one game. You can distribute it, but I say every game use a peak performance. If you say, okay, let's say your first game, you put your whole 100%, you put your peak performance, you score good runs, you take good wickets. Okay, now double that. Yeah, even if you think, oh, it's impossible, you can't double it here, because let's say 100 runs, but then you're like in a T20 game, you make 100 runs, and you're like, oh, how is that possible for me to make 200 runs in another T20 game? Let's say you took 6 wickets, you can't double it obviously because there's nothing beyond 10. But you need to live with that mindset. You need to have that mindset that, okay, I will double it, I will triple it, I will quadruple it, I will do way better, I will smash it much more than I did originally in my first match or in my second match or whatever. You need to bring out peak performance every single match, because you probably think you've reached your peak potential. You probably think, yeah, this is how far I can go. I can't do any more than this. Even I sometimes feel like that when I'm doing my coursework. I'm like, yeah, this is as much as I could do. I can't do any better than this. No, you can't. No, you can. I mean, you can do way better than this. Yeah, you think this is your best, but in realistically, that is your average. You need to do better. Keep going better. Keep pushing yourself. Push yourself, because if you really want to do if what you do you really love, whether that be sport, trying to get that career, trying to get that job, cooking, whatever it be, if you really love it, you put your whole life into it. You won't be like, oh, I'm a run out of breath, I'm a run out of energy, I'm gonna be tired, whatever. Why would you be tired? You're doing something you love, you know that shows then that that's not what you really love. If you're not willing to put your 100, your 1000, your like however much percentage into it, that shows you're not really want to do that. You don't really want to do that. You're just doing it for the sake of doing it. Do something you love, but if you do it, put your peak performance in, put your 100, put your 1000, put your whatever percentage you can in, but it has to be, each time you do it, it has to be better. You can't lack or slack. You can't be at the same level. You have to do better, do better, do better. Even if you say it's the best, okay, do better than the best, do better than the rest. Even if you're still number one in whatever you're doing, okay, still, and you have no record to be, no way, nothing to go even further with. Set yourself a mental record. Let's say you scored 150 runs in the county, and that's like nobody scored that much. Okay, just imagine, even if nobody scored that much, be like someone scored 170. Okay, I need to be the 170 target to be the number one, to be the best. And that's the ability, that's the mindset you need to live with, thinking you're the best, and you have to put your 1000% in, even if you already are the best. Yeah, even if you already are the best in whatever you do, you still have to put a mental opponent in front of you, and you have to beat that opponent. Once you beat that opponent, put another mental opponent, and keep going, until like, I reckon you just keep doing that your whole life. You keep beating yourself your whole life. You keep succeeding yourself your whole life. That's what realistically it's about. Because if you don't put your peak performance, if you don't put the whole mental, physical, emotional, the whole element into that one thing that you want to do, then what's the point of doing that one thing? You might as well quit it. You might as well just do something else. Do something that you want to do, but if you are going to do something that you want to do, put your 1000% in, or just leave it otherwise. Because realistically, there's no point in doing something that you don't want to do. Do something that you do want to do, but put your 1000% in. Keep going to the best of your ability. Because even if you don't make anyone else proud, you need to make yourself in your own eyes proud. Saying that, yeah, I've done this, nobody else has done that. I don't care, really. It doesn't matter if anyone appreciates you or not. As long as you appreciate yourself, as long as you're happy and satisfied with yourself, saying that, yes, I did this, then that's good enough. But then yet again, you need to be like, okay, I'll need to do better than this. There's no stopping. The mountain is very high. The mountain, it's a never-ending mountain. You just still climb and climb and climb. It's a never-ending mountain, like a ladder as well. You get whatever analogy you want to use. You have to just keep thriving, keep striving. So that's one. Another note that you lot could put in your notebooks about, don't give up. Just keep do better than the best. Another topic is dealing with pressure. Now we all find ourselves in everyday life or even in sports dealing with pressure. That could be the most minimum pressure, the most tiniest amount of pressure, mental stress that anyone can be facing, to the maximum amount. However, you need to tackle it. You can't let pressure overcome you, because once pressure overcomes you mentally, it basically mentally shuts your body down. And once your body's mentally shut down, there's little to anything you can do. You're probably like, oh, I can't do this, that. If you let the pressure take over you, that will mentally end you, and you'll be like, I can't do it. The only 3 words that will come out of your mouth is like, 4 words, I can't do it. However, you have to say to yourself, I can do it. You have to change that can't to a can. And the way you do that is deal with pressure. Whatever the pressure is, try find a way to suppress it. You don't have to completely eliminate it if you can't. Try to eliminate it, but if you can't eliminate it, at least suppress it. At least, put it all the way down to the most minimum level, and keep your positivity, keep your drive, your determination, your peak performance, your adaptability, your leadership, your teamwork. Keep that to the best of its ability, because all those positives will suppress all that negative. You won't even think about the negative if you think about all these positives in front of you. So, yet again, you have to deal with pressure. And, it doesn't have to always be physical pressure. It could also be mental pressure. You're probably thinking, oh, I can't get my coursework submitted on the deadline. Oh, this is too many runs for us to score. Oh, they have already won. With all that pressure, you need to think of the positive, be like, nah, we still got a chance. Even if it's a not point on like 0.0000001% chance, there is still that chance. All right, there is still that chance. Even if it's impossible, you have to make it possible. If it's impossible, let's say you need 10 of one ball. Yeah, you can't do it. You can't do it. But what you can do is reduce that pressure, by making the most runs you possibly can off that one ball. Even though you don't win, but at least you have reduced the pressure in your mind, thinking, okay, we didn't lose by such a big margin. Yeah, okay, we still on that last ball, we still fought to the very end. Even in coursework, if it's just like, if it's not a ability for a merit or a distinction, even if it's a pass, yeah, it was better than you. Okay, like it was better than what you were doing before, because you had pressure in your mind thinking, I can't do it. But do something. Something is better, always better than nothing. Always, something is always better than nothing. Even if, like, let's say that you have to be you have to be somewhere at a time, and you don't make it on the time, but you make it at the last 10 minutes, at least you were there. At least you could say to them that, okay, at least I put my effort in, at least I dealt with the pressure, my mental pressure, saying, oh, you'll never make it on time, it's fine, just leave it, just forget it, go home. You at least still went to that place, you still went for what you wanted to go for. That satisfaction, that your own personal satisfaction, your inner satisfaction that you get from that, from just dealing with pressure, I mean, it's incredible. It's one of the best feelings, I would say, because you know that you put your 1,000% in. You dealt with the pressure, and this is not something that everyone could do. So you need to be proud of it. But I feel like everyone can do this, but they just decide not to. Decide to take the easy route. What's the easy route? Let the pressure take over you. Yeah, just let the pressure get the best of you. That's not the easy route. That is the easy route, but that is the most weakest and cowardice route. Letting the pressure take over you. The best route is always the hardest route. The best and the strongest and the best, the brave lion kind of attribute is always with dealing with pressure. If you don't deal with your pressure, how are you gonna, you know, do anything. You're just gonna be left alone. If you, the people who deal with pressure are those who succeed, are those who go ahead in cricket, go ahead in career, life aspects, wherever it may be, you succeed. So that's another point to be made and to be noted is that you have to deal with the pressure, whatever pressure may be. Family issues, personal issues, you not getting along with your team, not getting along with your colleagues, not getting along with your classmates. You have to deal with that pressure. Make a way to make peace between yourselves. Yeah? Make peace between your body and your mind. Make peace between each other. Deal with the pressure. If someone says, oh, you can't do this, you're that, you're this, you're that, deal with it. Because you're not just going to sit there and let someone tell you that you're this or that. You're not going to let someone tell you what you're worth. You're not going to let someone tell you what you can or cannot do. You need to deal with it. And dealing with it doesn't always mean verbally dealing with it. Show it through your actions. If someone says you can't play cricket, show them you can play cricket. If someone says you won't pass the exam, show them you can pass the exam. Deal with that pressure. Keep the pressure on you, but then destroy that pressure, beat through that pressure, and be like, look, I dealt with my pressure, and look where I am now. All these famous people you see, regardless of whatever profession they do, they dealt with pressure. They got told many times, you can't do this, you can't do that. However, they were like, I will, and I will. So this I will yet again comes in drive determination, because what I mean is all these topics interlink with each other. They're not separate topics. You can apply each of these topics in one aspect, or you can see them through one way or another. But what I mean is you have to deal with your pressure. Be like, yeah, this is the problem. Okay, I'm gonna deal with it. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna just deal with it, and deal with it. Once you deal with it, you'll probably face another pressure. Deal with it. Life is full of obstacles. Nobody has a clear path in life. If you have a clear path, that's probably God knows what path you're taking. But life is ups and downs. There's obstacles. Life's not a straight line. It's a spaghetti. There's many twists and turns. But you have to deal with every turn. You have to deal with every pressure that comes in your doorstep. And moving on from dealing with pressure, let's talk about something positive after pressure. Your success. You have the right to celebrate your success. No one can tell you different. No one can tell you different. If you have won something, if you've accomplished something, whether that be from the most smallest thing you've probably done, even accomplishment can be you getting up on time. That's an accomplishment. You be proud of yourself. Celebrate it. Be happy about it. Show off about it. Realistically show off about it. Be like, yeah, I won this, and I woke up on time, and that's a big commitment for you. Commitment for me. If someone else is like to you, well, how is that a commitment? You just woke up on time or whatever. Be like, but this was my own personal goal. This is my success, and I'm going to celebrate it. Another one could be victory, winning your match. That is probably one of the biggest successes you could probably face. And, that all happens through teamwork, leadership, adaptability, drive, and determination. Your peak performance helps it. You dealing with pressure helps that success. All these things help. Sorry about that. Help success. So what I mean is sporting success or success in itself, that is quite the topic that should be on your lips. You should be successful, you should be happy in whatever you succeed in, whether that just be learning a new skill, doing something that you mentally win, physically win. You win as a team, you win for your country, you win for your county, you win for your parents. Even if you win something for yourself, even if you make yourself proud, even if you make yourself successful, even if you in your mind be like, yeah, I made myself successful. And you have to taste the success. Once you taste the success, you want more. You want more of the success. You're going to be like, okay, yeah, see, this is what success is like. I want this more. I want this every time. I want this every moment in my life. I need and I want the success. So, yet again, success comes through all of this. But I reckon success is that end goal that you need to be achieving. In anything you do, drive, determination, adapting to whatever you do. Let's say you're a leader, right? Whether that be a sports leader or any other leader, a teacher even. Once you've taught someone something, and once they've learned from you, you feel a success. Because, they taught something from you, they learned something. Teamwork. Once you work as a team and you win, you feel successful because you all put your effort in and to get the success. Adaptability. Once you adapt through something, adapt through a challenge, adapt through a stage, adapt through a phase, you won that because you adapted through it. So that's another success. A drive and determination. Once you keep your drive, once you have your goal, that is success because you chose your goal. You have that drive. You mentally know what you want to do. So yet again, that is a success in itself because you put that mental drive, you put that mental determination, and overall that's a brilliant success in itself. So yeah, that is a success. Peak performance. Once you've done your peak performance, your best performance, you feel success. But yet again, you have to still remember, you have to keep doing better. Keep doing better. Each time you do better, be happy with yourself. You succeeded. Even if it's a little bit, you still succeeded. But then be like, oh, okay, I only succeeded this much, I need to succeed again. I'll do this again, over and over again, and then that means you get more and more chances of being happy and finding yourself in succeeding in something. And last but not the least, maximizing success. Success is when you win something, you celebrate about it. Maximizing success. What does maximizing success mean? Let's break it down. Maximizing is reaching something to the best of your ability, optimizing what it is, taking it all the way to the top level of what it is. And success is celebration. Put them together, celebrate to the best of your ability. Don't care about anyone. Yeah, if someone calls you a show off, whatever, you have to, because it is your own personal happiness, right? Nobody has the right to take that happiness away from you, take that success feeling away from you, being like, oh, you have no right to, be successful, whatever. You have the right to be successful. So because you deserved it, you earned it. And if you have the right to be successful, you deserve the best of your ability. Celebrate in a way that nobody could think you celebrate. Yeah? Show it to them. Don't feel guilt saying that, oh, they didn't win and I'm celebrating. That's not right. Okay, I get what you mean, but yet again, you've earned it. They tried their best, but they didn't earn it because you were better than them, right? So you have the right to celebrate your success to the maximum level you can. Celebrate, go out, full party, do what you want, but yet again, keep things under control. Yeah, but what it is, right? You obviously want to be happy about your success. You don't want to just sit there quietly, be like, okay, I accomplished something, thank you very much. Obviously, you'd be doing that, but you're inside, you're like, you yourself inside would be dancing, celebrating. So let that out. Show that to people that, yeah, I will celebrate my success. What are you going to do about it? You need to keep that mindset. I'm the best. I won this. I deserve this. I earned this. So I have the full right to success. I have the full right to celebrate. You have to keep that attitude, mentality, so that, it's not an easy win for anyone else. Because then if you stay quiet, people are going to be like, yeah, he's easier to succeed because he doesn't really show it. He doesn't really care if he succeeds. So why is he winning? You have to show the fact that you want it. You have to show the fact that you're happy about it. So yet again, that's another mental note that you need to keep happening for yourself. But yet again, let's go over the topics we were speaking about. Leadership being one. Let me summarize it quickly. Being a leader of something, that could be a teacher, that could be a teacher, a captain, your own leader of the house, leader of a group, leader of something. You could be a leader of yourself. You could be the leader of yourself. So you have to have that leadership quality. Even if you're not a leader, you still need to have the leadership quality in order to succeed, in order to think ahead, in order to be proud of yourself. Teamwork. Yet again, teamwork doesn't mean that it has to be a group of people. It could just be a couple of people. Forget a couple of people. It could be your own individual self. You can work as a team within yourself. Like, your mind saying one thing, your mind saying another thing, your body parts telling you things, whatever way you want to put it in. But you need to have teamwork. Without teamwork, nothing can be accomplished. Because not everything is solo. Even, okay, let's say you see, I'm doing this alone. You still got your brain. Your brain is part of your team. Because it's telling you what to do. Right? Don't just think that you're doing this alone. Your brain is telling you what to do. So that is another thing in itself. Adaptability. Adapt to every situation. Whatever situation comes in front of you, adapt to it. Because either you fight it or you adapt to it. But adapt to it doesn't mean surrender yourself to it. What adaptability means, okay, find a better solution, adapt to it. Yeah, doesn't mean accept where it is. No, it doesn't mean that. It means find a better solution, find something better than where it is. Yeah, find a way to do it. You know, adapting in a sport, it's mostly about sports, or like mostly about what a skill. For example, if you're batting average, adapt to it, bat better. You know, adapt to the situation, accept the situation, and deal with it. Do better. Drive and determination. You need to keep that drive, that strive, that you're the best, you're the best, you're the best, and make sure you're the best. You know, if you feel like someone's overtaking you, overtake them. Even if nobody's overtaking you, make a mental opponent. Yeah, he's overtaking me, and they overtake him. Once you're overtaking him, keep making mental opponents in whatever you're doing. You know, whatever you're doing, just be the best what you're doing. And I'm telling you this now, the best always isn't like you. What you think is the best isn't always the best. You need to do better than what you need to do better than the best. Realistically, you need to do better than the best. Even if you're the best, do better than yourself. Keep doing better, keep doing better, keep doing better. And peak performance, maximize your performance. Go to the best of your ability you possibly can. Best of your ability. Dealing with pressure, deal with it. You know, whatever pressure may be, deal with it. Don't let the pressure take over you. Deal with that pressure. Success. Be successful in whatever you do, and maximize your success. Celebrate that success like you don't care. Now we come to the end of our show, so thank you very much for listening. Unfortunately, inshallah, hopefully in a couple of weeks we're gonna have more guests coming on the show. However, also the Euros are on today, so everybody keep stay tuned to watch the Euros. And thank you for listening in, and please make notes of what I've been telling you about. I'll also make sure this goes on the WhatsApp group of Inspire FM, so you can have a little mental note or whatever. Thank you very much. This is Hashim. I say, Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. In Luton and its surrounding